Hey, it's Michelle here. I'm a Kiki in 1988. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm gonna do just a quick in and out to show you another bag that I got from the Coach summer sale. It was too hard to pass up. I almost missed out. When I tell you I almost missed out, I was actually at my local retail store getting one of my Coach Create bags done. And my sales associate, who doesn't normally work during the week, was there. She doesn't do the Coach Create, so she was just there on her off time doing some tags for herself and helping her mom make a purchase. And wouldn't you know that she walked in with the Western Tabby. And I looked at that bag and I looked at her and I was like, why did you come in with that bag? Why did you come in with that bag? I will say I unfairly judge the Western Tabby purely by its name. I know they say don't judge a book by its cover. I take the opposite approach in nearly everything in life. And for the longest time, I avoided anything that had to do with cowboys or country or Western wear or anything along those lines. But seeing my sales associate, her name is Monica. You can follow her, by the way, at I think it's bougie_baddie_7 on TikTok. She's an amazing collection, lots of great Coach insights. But anyways, I saw her with the bag. She had it just like so simple, just set up just like this. And then she had like her peppermint patty charm on the side. And I was like, Monica, I was like, why'd you bring that bag? Like, cause I wanted it, I saw it, and I thought this was probably one of the best deals that Coach had during the summer sale, where you're getting, I think, was it like $220 off the retail price? And I thought it was crazy because, you know, the colorway is so beautiful. And this burnished amber, you know, it's like you can wear it during the summer, you can wear it during the fall. I feel like this is really a year-round color. And I really truly fell in love with the burnished amber when I had got my Coach Juliet, because it's lined in that burnished amber color. And I remember when I first bought that bag, I was like, man, if I could find a bag that's entirely that burnished amber color, I could really see myself starting to go down that brown trail. So although I normally don't lean for things Western, I really, really wanted that bag. And it was after everybody had already rushed and got it and they were sold out online. And I was in store and I was talking to her manager and I was like, hey, Manny, by chance do any stores still have like the Western Tabby? And he's like, I don't know, let me look. And there was one store I think in Pennsylvania that supposedly had 11, but then he's like, oh, they're under renovation, so they may not really have those bags and they're technically closed right now. And he's like, oh, okay, there's one actually here in Dallas that has a bag, and it's the Legacy West up in Plano, which is funny because they always have items. Like when any other store around here doesn't have it, they have it. So I don't know if they just get a lot of inventory or they just have the standard inventory and they don't get bought out quickly. So I was like, okay. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm doing too much. I don't need to get that bag. And then I got home and I was like, oh, let me see, okay? And so I called over there and I talked to the sales associate and she was like, you know, it says we still have the one bag. Let me go double check it and get it in hand so I can tell you about the bag. I was like, perfect. So she gets back on the phone and she was probably the most honest salesperson I've ever spoken to. And she said to me, how picky are you about your Coach bags? And I was like, I mean, I want them to be in new shape, but I'm not like crazy. Like I know that, you know, what type of leather this is, and I know that there's natural hide variations and things like that. And she's like, okay. So this was a brand new item. Part of the manufacturer's wrapping is still on it, but it is missing a hang tag. And I was like, is there any way you could further discount it for missing the hang tag? And she's like, no. I was like, okay. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll buy the bag if you'll ship it to me, because for me, if I drove all the way out there from where I live, that's almost 3 hours round trip. And so she did, she shipped it to me. And I'm not sad that I don't have a hang tag. It would normally be here where they have that little like loop, because I have a number of extra hang tags, but I also have this really cute like vintage Coach, I don't even know what they call it, disc of some sort. And then I was like, I'm gonna put honestly bag tags or bag charms on it anyway. So I got this beautiful Western Tabby and I've been wearing her now for a couple of days and I cannot wait to see how the leather wears in. I've seen so many people talk about the beautiful smush of this bag, and even just brand new, I could tell it was gonna be good. Plus I love to like manipulate my bags. And I think what really got me to like go back on my own word and eat a little crow about it being a Western Tabby is when I've started to look at the tabbies a little bit more. I don't have one of like the quilted or traditional tabbies because I don't know that I like those. They're a little too east-west and a little too short for me. But I like some of the larger tabbies. Have my eye on, you know, one of the chain tabbies, maybe it's like a Christmas present to myself. I've played with them several times, and I like that capacity-wise, they can hold a little bit more. So if I wanted it to be like a light work bag, it could do that. If I wanted it to just be a smushy medium purse, it could do that, because this is truly about the size I like my purses, and I feel like the size that goes well with my proportions. But I also really love the cargo out pockets. Oh my gosh, I love out pockets, especially for things that I normally have to like dig through my bag in. And I just, I had to get it. So obviously I did, right? And it's beautiful and I love it. The only thing that she had mentioned out, and I thought it was so funny. So there's like one little like scratch in the leather, but it's something you can see is like part of like the manufacturing process. I couldn't even notice, but I did appreciate that she was just very earnest in telling me that. They got it shipped right out to me. I think I got it like 2 or 3 days later. I love it. This part is interesting. It is what it is. It's just a decoration. I kind of like that too though. And I think because it has the other hardware in the pockets, I actually don't really mind. We have this large C where I normally don't like that. I love that you have the slip pocket in the back. I haven't decided yet what I'll use it for. That's one thing that's kind of like funny to me, because I normally am a little bit short on space in some of my smaller bags. And then as I'm moving to some of these like medium bags, I'm like, oh, I have pockets that I don't know what to put in them. Of course, as everybody else has mentioned, I love that this bag is suede lined and it's just super gorgeous. Smells good, like a natural leather without too much of an enhancement. This front pocket is so perfect, and I feel like it's just made for your phone. It is also suede lined on the one side, so typically I have my phone facing that way, just, you know, as like extra screen protection. I do like that a lot. This is my larger phone case, and it even fits in here. And I have the 16 Pro, so for sure you could get a Pro Max to fit in. There's a quick overview of the bag. I have another pocket in the back that I haven't put anything in, and that's just in that zip pocket, so I'll figure out how to use that. Since I am carrying a little bit of a heavier carry today, I did decide to go ahead and carry my hard case for my Longchamp glasses and just have those in the bag. I carried my orange accessories over from my Bluebell because I felt like the orange and the brown go so well together. And I'm getting more and more comfortable in mixing metals. And I really love that, because then I'm finding myself using and rotating through more of my SLGs and my wallets. And it just feels good to use the stuff that I have, versus always thinking, oh, I need to buy another wallet. Oh, I need to buy a coordinated bracelet. It's like, no, you just need to learn how to better coordinate your accessories, Michelle. So then my wallet has just been my, what do they call this? The mini skinny ID, something like that. All right, and then I have my orange corner zip bracelet, which has my normal EDC, but then I also put my lotion and my hand sanitizer in here because the bag is suede lined. I didn't want to take any chance of any liquid spilling. This is still one of my favorite corner zip bracelets. All right, and I am focusing on being more intentional about carrying my commonplace notebook everywhere I go. This is literally my brain, and this has been so helpful to like stop trying to remember every single thing. I'll write lists in here, I'll write goals in here, I'll write, you know, content strategy and ideas that come up in here. I'll write really anything that comes to mind, and that way then I can just have it here, and so I'm not having to carry that anxiety of trying to remember everything that I need to remember. Grocery lists, all that stuff is in here. I have an upcoming video on how I use my commonplace. That's part of my monthly mindfulness, so don't forget to check that out. It did just launch this month as August being the first monthly mindfulness, so see you in that one. All right, today I just have my Merit lipstick. I love being able to just have like a single product, and that is actually what I'm wearing. And this is the Merit Tiger. Beautiful, beautiful color. It's a great everyday color, and I absolutely love Merit lipsticks because they are truly moisturizing. They don't cake up, the color is very consistent, and then they pair very well. Like if you want more of a shiny look, you can pair them with their lip oils. So Merit has become my go-to lipstick and lip oil, and so I'm just working to get the rest of the stuff out of my collection, because if you find something that works for you and it's reasonably priced, and I'm looking forward to the end of year sale, like why do I need to buy anything else? I did just get back from running some errands, and a lot of times when I go run errands or when I'm just out to get out of the house for a little bit, I do just like to carry my AirPods. I don't necessarily always want to like talk to people or hear all the noises. I like to honestly like sing and dance my way through the store as I get the things I need to do. And then I just can like filter out the unneeded or unnecessary noise. And this is truly, truly one of my strongest and best tools for mindfulness. All right, and then I've just got my keys on my orange trigger snap. I have that Piper K orange bag, which I was a little disappointed that it's bigger than the Maison de Savre one, but then Maison de Savre had actually just come out with their coin purse, which I'm like, that's ridiculous because the price is like $130. But so for $30, I got this, and this is actually just large enough to carry the amount of coins that I carry on a daily basis. And then of course my car key and house key. And then I do have my pen and my sleeve there. So just a nice, simple, open inside. I look forward to squishing this one up and getting everything to really soften up so it hangs like a true, just kind of like vintage, well-loved, well-worn leather bag. And you know, there's gonna be a good little smile once everything softens up, and I'm super excited about that. It's been a great carry, and I am super excited about taking this bag from the summer into the fall. And if you did miss out on the summer sale, definitely call customer service. I believe there are still a few stores around that have the bag, and if they still have it in stock, you know, even if you don't live in the area, they can ship it to you. You just take care of it through a pay link, and they're pretty fast. And I believe they ship through UPS. But the Western Tabby is still available in, I think, the maple and maybe the black. And then of course, Coach also has the Car Tabby. So, you know, we're just winding things down. The Coach summer sale was great, and y'all, I cannot tell you how excited I am for Coach's fall drops. Closer towards the end of August, and then in September, I have my eye on 2 particular bags, maybe a third, just depending on what color it's actually released in. And other than that, I'm actually going to be done for the year. Of course, you still haven't seen all the bags that I've bought. I'll show those to you, but once the fall items drop, I'll be good through the year. I've actually already started to work on migrating some of the items from my 2025 wish list to my 2026 wish list, as I try to be intentional about not doing like personal shopping for myself as we approach the holidays. You know, I do buy myself Christmas gifts, and I already have a couple of those already on hand. And so just preparing myself mentally to be mindful about not just buying into the sales that we know are going to be coming at us for the end of the year. But thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I would love to hear your thoughts about the Western Tabby. Did you also take advantage of it during the summer sale? If you did, you know, I'm assuming you got the same color. What's your favorite thing about it? If you didn't take advantage of the Western Tabby, why not? Talk to you guys soon.